We are live. Welcome back to another episode of the Baseline Bums podcast. It's your host, Rob, aka B-Ball Archives. And once again, I got the bum AJ up in the casa. And we're here after a Spurs loss to the Rockets, a heartbreaking one at that. Um, there's a lot of feelings that I have about this game, but I'm just gonna have you tee it off right now, my dude. How are you feeling?
Rob, there's a lot of things in life that get thrown your way and you have to overcome and just have a happy attitude so your day doesn't get fully ruined. And that's kind of the mindset that I'm trying to keep right now. But, buddy, this loss was the worst loss I think all season. This is by far the the difference that the first half and second half. I know we talk about tale of two halves sometimes, but dude, we're gonna say this until it gets fixed. What the fuck is Mitch Johnson telling this team at halftime? Like, what's he saying? What's he doing? Because like you could okay, let me back up a little bit. We were hot from 3-pointer in the first half, right?
Julian Champagny couldn't miss.
He couldn't miss.
Absolutely electric.
On fire.
Started it with an absolute heater in the first quarter and kept going. Absolutely.
But this is the NBA. Not everyone can be hot for the entire game. So I don't know why, because I don't know what Mitch Johnson's saying. I would say, like, you're not going to shoot 60% from three. So you make the adjustment. What do you start doing? Let's attack the paint more. Let's get in there. And we couldn't even do that. Like, this Rockets team, this game, the Rockets should not have won. We just fumbled the ball. We just fumbled the ball on this one. Like, this is our loss and not their win, in my opinion.
Yes, I agree, and I think us crumbling is the story here. And I think that, there's a lot of sayings in basketball. There's a lot of idioms and things that are almost just overstated. But one of the key phrases is you live and you die by the three.
Yep.
And today is an example of us being massacred by the three and just being really efficient down the stretch in a game where we had a really dynamic opponent that can create a lot of different opportunities. And they showed that they can score not only from KD, but guys like Reed Shepherd can come off the bench and hit you with some really good offense. Guys like Jabari Smith Jr. are really improving offensively. He had a lot of really good mid-range ups, and we just really weren't able to combat a lot of that. And when you look at our performance in the fourth quarter, 6 for 27 from the field, and we didn't make a single three. And that's why I say we died by it. And when I looked at the only positive things that happened that quarter, it was, a couple of takes that Keldon Johnson had going to the basket, and then so much was left to be desired. Why can't we learn how to play with the lead?
I that's the next step for this team. Like I feel like we're almost on a broken record at this point. We have the lead at halftime, and then the third quarter rolls around and we don't know what to do. Like, we can't put teams away. And that's something that this team needs to learn how to do, is just put teams away. When you're up by 12 to 10, 12 points, 15 points, you try to extend that to 22 and you just end this shit. Like, and that's something that we just can't figure out what to do or how to do it. And we scored 14 points in the fourth quarter. Like, you can't tell me these are tired legs. Everyone's under 25, and we played at 4:00 yesterday. This isn't a tired leg game. I don't care. No way. If it was a tired leg game, we wouldn't have shot the way we shot from the first 3-pointer from the first quarter. So I'm just kind of at a loss for words. I'm happy that Julian Champagny was on fire, but what happened in the second half? He wasn't getting the same looks that he was getting in the first half. I also will argue that the refs missed a handful of calls in the second half, especially with him in the corner three. A couple of those didn't look like ball to me, looked like all wrist and forearm.
I
So,
agree.
and we tried to go to the basket so many times, and the refs were just kind of letting us play, which I'm cool with. But again, both sides make it happen on both sides.
Right, right. Yeah. If you're going to not call it or call it, then let's be a little bit more consistent about it because they more than doubled our free throw count. And generally it's us creating the free throw shooting opportunities. And yeah, I thought we should have gone to the line a lot more.
Especially in
And
that fourth quarter, dude.
yeah,
We got
I
hacked a
think so.
lot, man.
Absolutely. You've been saying this all season. Yeah, there's a scrappy white guy on opposing team and he shoots threes. He's going to burn the Spurs. You know
Dude,
what? That's a sneaky archetype. I'm not going to
yeah,
lie,
for
Joseph.
sure. What's crazy is that, so little peek behind the curtain to our fans out here. We were texting back and forth about Reed Shepard being undersized. Why is he on the court? This doesn't really look right. You know, last year he was fighting to get minutes, and I feel like he's on the court because Fred VanVleet's out, and so this is kind of like him trying to get reps and them trying to get him in the rotation a little bit. But dude, fourth quarter came around and he absolutely torched us. He Julian Champagne'd in the fourth quarter when it really mattered.
Yeah.
And it is frustrating to watch, and it's frustrating to see our players, I don't know, just kind of, I wouldn't say give up, but they just looked lost. I mean, they look really lost in that second half. And that's when just we need that veteran presence to just take a beat, calm everyone down, kind of huddle up in a way and just get this thing back on track so it doesn't end in a loss like it did tonight.
Right. It was I don't know if it was us giving up, but we certainly started settling. And I think that when I looked at our shot selection and how we just approached the game offensively, we really just were like, okay, we were on fire from 3 in the first half. Let's just keep going with what got us there. And that was the time to really slow the game down, take some higher percentage shots, and just really increase your chances to win that game. Close out the game like a smart veteran team, not try to just outshoot them to death. And gosh, I just don't think there's any game where we shoot 53s. And that is a recipe for success. We have too many really good downhill creators that can get to the rim. We have Wemby, one of the best paint finishers in the league. Why are we not spamming that more and more? But no, we're trying to act like we're the Boston Celtics or the Golden State Warriors, and but we're not that 3-point shooting juggernaut of a team yet.
No, no, we just got hot, and we only one guy got hot. Like we were still missing like some open three pointers. Barnes had a couple misses. Fox hit a couple, but then also missed a couple. That second half, like I said, dude, like just do what continue to get you there, and just get to the paint, kick out, get some wide open shots. We were forcing it. Like when Carter Bryant shooting like wing three pointers, I don't like that shot. When we're having to chunk it up because we're down by 4 with under a minute remaining, and we have what I think 3 goes at it, and we miss all 3.
Mhm.
That's not a recipe for a win, dude. And it really sucks because like this was a game that we looked really good. Like we looked like a playoff team in this game, and I will put this loss up there with that T-Mac loss when he scored those 13 points in under 2 minutes,
Oh,
because
it
that's what
was
it
in
felt like.
33 seconds.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. It felt like just we never were comfortable in the second half. We couldn't really get our footing, and we just couldn't get back on track. And man, just it's a really frustrating loss, man. I'm so mad. The only thing that's kind of keeping me somewhat happy is that Tech beat Baylor by like 20 points. So I'm okay with that.
That is a little fun consolation prize, but yeah, I'm still so heated about this game because this is not a game we should have lost. When we had that 14-15, I know the league got up to 16 points, but we were in that 14-15 range for quite a bit. And I thought that was going to be when we started to, like we were saying earlier, get the ball down low and take some higher percentage shots. And we didn't do that. And I think that's going to be one of the things that we need to focus in on. And Mitch Johnson needs to harp about that.
Yeah.
our shot selection needs to be better. And even though we were on fire from 3 in the first half, we got to switch it up, slow things down, play at a slower pace, and not, hey,
Yeah,
let's push and shoot a 3 7 seconds into the possession. Like, we don't need that. And
it,
so,
it it's
yeah, it's
not
it,
rocket science, man. It's basketball.
right.
Like,
It's take the good shots, and you're usually gonna win the game.
yeah, dude, just like we were talking about like a week ago when I watched When Harry Met Sally. Sometimes the easiest dialogue and the easiest script is the best script. And that's the same thing in basketball. Easiest way is the best way. And when I'm looking at Wemby's shot chart and I see all these shots outside the paint, and I think I see 2 paint
Yeah.
makes, or two buckets in the paint. So 4 points for Wemby in the paint.
Yeah,
And one of them was that drive on Capella. That's not good, man. That's not good. I can't live with that.
And that dunk on his head was solid. I really enjoyed that,
Yeah.
but I need more of that. I need
Do more. You can do that most of the time. Like, yeah, they triple teamed him, but then that's when we were getting open shots, and that's when we were hitting our threes. So, like, hey, bald guy, take it to the hoop. You're 7'5". You're 2 feet taller than I am. I wish I knew what that was like, but I'm Reed Shepherd on the outside waiting for a 3-point shot. So that's not going to happen. And just like Grant Hill was talking about during the telecast, or I was watching Peacock. I don't know if it was on FanDuel or only on Peacock or not, but regardless, Grant Hill was talking. You can get a 3-pointer, you can get a jump shot anytime you want.
Yeah.
Take it to the hoop, dude. Go gadget arms. Like, you're Victor Wembanyama.
Right. That's your biggest advantage, and you're consistently going away from it, and also you're putting yourself in a position where you can't offensive rebound. If you're by the basket and somebody else gets a shot, offensive rebound, put back. But if you're the one taking the 3 and you're 7'5", 27 feet away from the basket, no one else is going to be in a good position to offensive rebound, because that's your responsibility. And I think that's why you see his defensive rebound numbers are great, but his O board numbers are percentage wise are far less than Luke Cornett's, because Luke Cornett kind of understands the assignment that he needs to be down low, creating those second chance opportunities. But I mean, ultimately, on a night like tonight, we just can't have Wemby be icicles. You know, he just was 5 for 21 from the field, 0 for 7 from 3. I know he got the 10 rebounds and was really contributing in some, some game-changing ways, but ultimately he was just off. His shot was just bunk.
Well, so was the rim.
It
A
was
23-minute delay to start the game. And we're blaming Steph Castle because he dunked the ball and hung for a little bit. Okay. I mean, at some point you just got to bring out a new basket. Like, we're sitting here watching this guy do his job. He's probably sweating bullets. They even took the rim off and put a new one. Like, dude, what are we doing here? This is the NBA.
Honestly, that was going to be my dunk, was the Rockets maintenance staff and how long it took them to accomplish literally anything. And the fact that their work was also just completely undone again in the fourth quarter when Amen Thompson hung on it, and then they had to go out there to readjust it yet again. And I'm like, dude, your craftsmanship couldn't even stand up. Yeah, I was like, dude, your craftsmanship couldn't even stand up for a whole game. Like, God damn it, Rockets, just fucking pissing me off. And on a night where I wanted to get excited about a Steph Castle windmill dunk and one, just fuck yeah, on your face, Okogie. I wanted to get pumped about that, but I can't even do that.
Well, damn. What no one's talking about is, yes, it was an and one, but it should have been a flagrant. It should have been a flagrant or what's called clear path, one of the two, because he came from behind him and tried to take his legs off. To me, that's a flagrant. Or you can call a clear path because he came from behind him and he dunked it. Like, but they just called a common foul, which I hated this ref crew, whoever they are. These refs were terrible. I mean, terrible. And I don't mean to be rude. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not going to blame the refs every time things go bad. But this crew was bad. Like this crew was just bad. And they just weren't consistent, and it bothered me. And then just some of the calls, I'm like, what are we doing here? But all in all, like we gave that game away. We just couldn't get anyone else going on three. And Keldon Johnson 0 for 3, Carter Bryant 0 for 2, Dylan Harper 0 for 3, Steph Castle 2 for 8.
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox 2 for 6, Wemby 0 for 7, like you said. Harrison Barnes 2 for 5.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much a night where it looked like we were hot to start the game, but I think it was one of those nights where it was a little bit fool's gold, and
Yep.
we started to buy in to a three-point shooting identity that I didn't think was truly there, and
No.
and we've seen the numbers all year long. We've been hovering around about like anywhere from like 17 to like 12 in terms of three-point shooting efficiency in all areas beyond the arc. So we are not an elite three-point shooting team. And
No.
I don't want to see us taking 53s ever. I don't think that's a recipe for beating a team that we know is going to generally beat us on the rebounds. The Rockets, the number one rebounding team offensively and defensively. Why are we giving them chances to get more rebounds? I don't I just don't get it. And
Yeah, absolutely. And man, I'm looking at this box score right now, and like seeing Reed Shepard with 21 points is like Jesus Christ. And then looking at it, I mean, Shangoon did his thing, Jabari Parker did his thing. When Kevin Durant has 18 points against you and his career average is 27, dude, you have to win that game. You just have to win that game.
I mean, yeah, they were very efficient. I mean, it's hard to ignore. It's hard to ignore when you make over half your shots. I mean, generally that's going to be a team that beats you, especially when they had multiple players step up at various parts of the game and in different ways. Shangoon was finishing around the basket, so it really created this like three-level scoring where it's kind of hard to defend when they're able to create that much offense and they're getting threes. KD is getting to mid range, creating threes as well. Jabari's got his mid range going. Shangoon kind of little broed our entire team one of
Whew,
those possessions like with
man.
like a minute left, and I was like, God damn, that's a veteran move to just play bully ball and get the easy two.
Yeah,
It's
dude. That's and watching Shangoon play, I'm like, if Wimby could play like that, just if he can figure out a way to play like him, where he can be physical without being in foul trouble. Because several times, I mean, Shangoon probably should have had like 15 fouls during this game, but he wasn't getting called because he was able to play within the rules. I mean, they even did that slow motion in the fourth quarter where he grabbed Luke Cornett's arm and shot the ball over it. So
yeah.
like he's just very crafty with those things, and you can't fault him because it's still within the rules, I guess. But I mean, there are several times like Wimby's on the ground just because Shangoon just pushed him over. So like I like Wimby that he got bigger. I don't think he needs to get much more bigger, but he needs to get wiry or he needs to get pissed off. I want to see Wemby get a technical foul, and maybe that will fire up this team because he's so like very zen at times. But if we can get Wemby to cuss out a ref in French or him to get in the face of somebody to kind of get this team going, because I feel in the third quarter, a technical foul would have gone a long way. You know what I'm saying? Like something to kind of rally the troops and get them out of a slump and kind of like put that thing in their head a little bit. Because Pop used to do that all the time. He'd just go get a tee just to fire up the team.
Yeah. I mean, well, I think Pop is more confident in his role, in his characters to where he could kind of go out on a limb and do that. But I agree. Sometimes you just need to go out there and just fire your team up with like a just a really big like symbolic almost gesture, so to speak. But at the same time, I view this as more than just like needing a moment to like give us like a spark. Like we needed so much more than that.
Yeah.
I felt like I felt like we were almost losing our identity throughout a lot of this game, and just the fact that we had so many more chances to score than they did on a night where we get 105 shots and they shoot 83 and we lose that game, that is mind-boggling. I just really don't understand how we were attempting to close out that game. It just didn't make
And
a lot of sense. Didn't make a lot of
it
sense.
in a game where you score 70 points in the first half and then you score 36 in the second total. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of things, and this past month has kind of just been a shit show. We've been getting some wins here and there, but they haven't been pretty wins. We've had some really ugly losses. Um, I don't know what happens in the second half, man. I wish I could go, okay, there it is. That's what's happening. I know what we need to do. Okay, I feel better about kind of where I'm at least for my headspace, but I just can't pinpoint anything outside of what are we doing in halftime? Like, are they on Twitter? Like, are they like going through their phone, like checking what the Baseline Bum podcast is tweeting out? Or like, I don't know what they're doing. Are they eating orange slices and they're coming out sluggish because they're all high on sugar? I don't know, man. Like, something needs to change. Something needs to change now. Otherwise, we're going to be looking at ourselves 5-6 weeks down the road, going, this isn't going to last very long, postseason wise.
Yeah, I mean, we need to be able to have a sizable lead and then trust that our team can close out that game. It really, yeah, it's getting old really fast when we talk about all of the sizable leads that we've had, 15, 20 point leads that have evaporated over a 10-minute stretch. And I really think that the teams that we have coming up, we have a good chance to bounce back. What does piss me off though is this is the first loss for bald head Wemby. I wanted bald
Yeah.
head Wemby to go undefeated. Uh, but I think that we do have a chance to get back on the win column Thursday night against the Jazz. Obviously,
Can we stop
yesterday.
playing the Jazz and Pelicans? Damn it! Like, Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
I'm okay with playing the Jazz and the Pelicans and just being big bro. Um, I mean, I know that sometimes they do give us scrappy performances, but I do think these are two games that we can kind of use to just get back in the win column. And then next week we play the Rockets once again. And I think that's a game where I want to see us make a statement. I want to see us go out there
Yeah,
and blow the Rockets out of the water
we
and
have
really
to.
just right, especially after the
We
way
have to.
we lost tonight, the way that it wasn't about the Rockets playing a special game. It was just us shooting 6 for 27 in the fourth and crumbling monumentally. Just yeah, and Wemby going 0 for 9 in the fourth. It's like, dude, you can't be doing that when we rely on you that much. We need some easy points.
When you're 7-5, just put the ball in the rim like that. Like, get there. And several times, I'm sure you saw this too. Several times, we had a lot of open Wimby like dump passes or alley oop potentials. That was in the first half. In the second half, we weren't getting that look at all. And again, like, it's weird to me. I don't think the Rockets did anything special. We just didn't put the ball in the hoop again. So I'm not an advocate for really mid-season trades. I think, they kind of throw off the team chemistry and stuff, but I think there needs to be a message sent in the locker room that this is unacceptable. And the reason why it's unacceptable is because now we have the expectations. You're second in the West.
Well, I
Coming into
mean,
the season, the bar was here. Now we're in January. Bar's up here now. This is like
I
these
mean,
are unacceptable losses.
I just think that we're a team that is really good, but we're not infallible. We do have nights where we can crumble and lose to opponents that are less talented than us, because I do view the Rockets as a less talented team. Like
Yeah.
I do view us as the more complete team right here, right now, and even in a playoff series, I would take us over them. I just still feel like we are a team that can be beat by them even in a playoff series, where we just don't have that battle hardened player that we can truly rely on. As much as I would love to say that, oh, De'Aaron Fox is that closer, he's played
Sure.
in one playoff series his entire career.
Right.
And so this is we just don't have a lot of really good playoff experience, and that'll come to bite us in the ass. But man, we just need to get back on track. Couple easy games, Jazz and Pelicans. I think that we can rattle off these dubs, and then we got to take it to the Rockets. And then I'll be at the Spurs Magic game on February 1st as well.
Ooh, I will be in San Antonio on that day. I might need to find myself a ticket.
Absolutely. Shall we?
Possibly. I'm supposed to be there for work and a conference. But if I
But
can bring a client to the game.
well, let's hello, I'm a client. No, I'm just kidding.
Hello, my name is Client.
Absolutely. But that being said, we do have a favorable stretch of games lined up, and I am feeling pretty pumped about that.
We just have to get our mind correct.
Yes.
And with that being said, Berto, I have a blind rank for you.
Yeah.
You know,
Houston rappers.
You know, I know we all go loco, but like, I'm a huge Houston rap fan. I know you're a huge Houston rap fan, because shout out to the person who left their CDs in their car when it was unlocked and gave us an absolute library full of fantastic songs.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, who knows where that CD case went, but dude, this thing, I mean, had every single mixtape, every single Chameleonaire Paul Wall, every single ABN, like all, like as many Houston rap things as you can possibly think of.
City of Syrup,
It had everything.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're going to blind rank these 5 Houston rappers. Obviously there's way more than 5, but we're going to go ahead and get this thing started here. Ready?
Let's do it.
All right. So we're going to start this one real nice. Real nice. You could say you're pretty lucky we're going to start with this guy. So we're going to start with Lil Flip.
Ooh, Lil Flip. Somebody I have personally opened up for. And
Epa.
did I not? Was that not a lit evening?
That was a lit evening. I wish Cam was there to see it, but it was a lit evening.
it was a lit evening. I probably have to put the Freestyle King. Man, I love Lil Flip, but he doesn't have as many bangers as a lot of other Houston artists.
He doesn't have a lot of bangers, but his library is deep, man. I mean,
man,
just cuts on my chains. I can do that.
Oh man, you know what? I'll put him at 3 right now. Because I don't know what's happening next.
All right, we're gonna go with the Iceman Paul Wall.
Oh, the people's champ. Damn. Okay.
Sitting sideways.
Damn.
Blind rank these.
I think I'm gonna have to go Paul Wall at. I'm gonna go Paul Wall at 2.
Paul Wall at 2.
I do. I love Paul Wall. I love Paul Wall.
People's feelings get hurt when they figure out what I'm worth. All right, if we're gonna do Paul Wall, we gotta do Chameleonaire.
See, I'm gonna put Chameleonaire probably at 5.
You're putting Cam at 5?
I'm putting Cam at 5. he had bangers, but I don't feel like he was as Houston as a lot of other artists.
Ooh, well, I mean, he didn't sip syrup and he didn't do like the weed stuff, and I
Well,
understand that.
well, no, and it's strictly for that reason alone. Is I don't feel like his music, like sonically, had as much Houston influences as other artists, but he had a lot of bangers, and he had some popular songs. But I gotta put
Ooh,
Military
Cam at
Maine,
5. Okay,
bro.
Cam at
It
5.
there's some heavy hitters on this.
All right. No, I get it. All right, King Koopa. No, I was kidding. He's like 1. uh sorry, that kind of threw me off a little bit. All right, fair enough. All right, let's do Trade the Truth.
See, what do I have open right now?
So yeah, you're right. Let's recap.
I got 1 and 4, right?
1's open. 2 Paul Wall, 3 is Little Flip. You have 4 open, and then you have Chameleonaire.
Yeah, I gotta put Trey at 4. I mean, ABN gang is nice, but yeah, I mean, he honestly probably skill wise is the best Houston rapper potentially. Maybe him or Zero. I don't know.
Maybe.
Potentially.
But your last one isn't necessarily a rapper.
If it's Big Mo,
It's Big Mo.
yes. Okay, then yes. I gambled and I won. It's Big Mo, baby, drink, baby. Oh yes, the bar, baby, the city of syrup. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I can get on board with that. I mean,
Dude,
ultimately,
what if I threw a curveball and I was like Charlie Boy?
bro. Well, I mean, I thought it was gonna be like Bun B or like I said Zero, or you could have been like Lil Kiki or Magno,
I
and I would
only
have been like,
I can only do 5, dude. Like I could sit here and we can bang out like probably 20.
right,
Kurt Crow bangs out 20.
like we did not mention Slim Thug once, okay? Like we could have easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's only 5 and it's my 5. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit what anyone else's 5 is. It's my 5. You
But
come up with your own blind rank and I'll do yours.
but I appreciate that the fact that my list was imperfect, but Big Mo at 1 made it a great list.
Chameleonaire shocks me, buddy. I'm not gonna lie. I would expect Cam a little higher, potentially at like 4-1. But
I like his songs. Absolutely. I think he's a banger artist, but it was a Houston list. And I just feel like everyone else on that list is more Houston than Chameleonaire.
Oh man.
In my opinion.
Chameleonaire's mixtape Messiah like series
is banger.
It's insane. Well, what's funny is that like I don't know how true this is, but I heard that he was getting phone calls from like other people like, hey man, stop doing that. You're making it sound better than mine. Or maybe that was Lil Wayne, one of the two. But it's like Lil Wayne and him kept going back and forth with just jumping on people's beats and just eating it up. So, I like it. So Big Mo number 1, Lil Flip number 2, Paul Wall number 2, Lil Flip number 3, Trey the Truth number 4, and Chameleon number 5.
If I had to switch, I mean, ultimately, I'd probably put Cam at 3 and switch him. Yeah, and then probably move Paul Wall down 1. Yeah.
I get it.
Because now I'm thinking about it, I probably would have Trey at 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good Houston rappers. There's so much good Houston rap.
There's so many.
Absolutely.
So, all right, man. Cool. I like it. We can talk about Houston rap all we want. Just don't talk about the Houston Rockets.
Right. Seriously. Fuck the Rockets. I can't stand that they beat us tonight. But that being said, I want to continue my dunk from earlier.
Please.
I'm going to dunk on the Rockets maintenance staff. I can't believe that it took that long just to get the game back going. I know that there's been previous games where there's been larger breaks, but if you don't have a plan in place to get a new rim or have that rim fixed within 10 minutes, what the hell are you doing as an actual stadium? It
Yeah.
shouldn't take 23 minutes ever.
No. No.
For
No.
like it barely took that long whenever the Alamo Dome was flooded.
Yeah.
There's
I
yeah.
oh, dude. It just makes your organization look unprepared, and it looks like you're trying to do some shenanigans to get the other visiting team off their game a little bit. Now, granted, I guess we're blaming Steph Castle, but it's a breakaway rim. You're in the NBA. Everyone's 200 plus of pure muscle, and you can't handle a guy hanging on the rim for 4 seconds.
Yeah. I don't get it.
And then you're gonna do it
craftsmanship.
and then you're gonna just stop the game in the fourth quarter and go, "Hey, we did."
Yeah, look, it's kind of crooked again. We got to go out there with the ladder and like. I mean, that's just maintenance staff for the Rockets. Go ahead. I mean, I didn't have to dunk on you because you dunked on yourself tonight. You showed your incompetence in front of everyone.
They
Just
pulled on the rim too.
yeah, I saw it. That would have been so funny if it just snapped off at that point. I would have cracked up, dude. We would have clipped it and posted it right then. But
Well,
yeah,
that's a great dunk because that man, it just seemed kind of shady at the beginning of the game. I'm like, what's happening here?
oh yeah, I
And then I'm
literally
like,
was like, oh, that's a coincidence,
as long as your AC works, though, right?
right? We're not cramping like LeBron.
All right, man, that's a good dunk. Well, I'm gonna dunk on, I guess, the NBA as a whole, or maybe actually take it back. I'm gonna dunk on the NBA's version or their idea of rivals week.
Okay,
Dude, you know that intense matchup between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Charlotte Hornets? Man, that history.
dude. Everyone talks about just the bad blood between those squads. It's like
Bad, terrible blood. Dude, Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Milwaukee Bucks. I haven't seen fireworks like that since
dude.
ever.
Slow down, AJ. You are revving me up for Rivals Week. Like
Hold on, man. Don't forget this Friday banger of the Denver Nuggets versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Like, dude, I'm going through this list and I'm like, Golden State Warriors in Minnesota. Like, I mean, kinda, but not really. Like LA versus the Mavs. I mean, I guess up until last year, was it really even a rivalry? Like,
it's only
I'm
because
just
of
looking at this
Luka.
thing and like, obviously, us and the Rockets, that makes sense. It's a Texas derby. Totally get it. Lakers Nuggets, like, kinda. I mean, that was more relevant like 15 years ago, but I mean, I guess they have their ups and downs too.
Well,
And then
they played each other in the playoffs a couple of times, but it really wasn't super competitive series. It was
yeah,
Denver steamrolling. So like,
yeah, exactly. And then it's the Cleveland Hornets matchup, the Thunder Bucks matchup, Warriors Mavs. Like, that's not really a rivalry at all. And then the LA Derby, Clippers Lakers. I mean, okay, cool. More of a proxy rivalry than anything. I get it. But then like you look at these things and like they're just like Knicks Sixers. Okay, now we have something. Now
right.
we have something. Like
A little bit of tradition.
I think the word rival is a stretch because when I think rival, I think of like I want you to lose the game and I want your fans to be embarrassed that you did lose the game and you can't even get on Twitter because you're so embarrassed that you lost the game. That's what I want.
Right.
I don't know how the Thunder can get up for the Bucks.
Right. I mean, it's just not a rivalry game. Yeah, they just need to call it something else at this point. And the fact that, they have to use that kind of marketing scheme just to kind of promote the games in an additional way. It's like just call them games. Just say we're having more games. Don't call it Rivals Week and then roll out these games that have no history or no significance. Maybe they saw each other a couple times in the playoffs, but like
Yeah.
fart in the air. Who fucking cares?
Dude, like the Thunder Bucks. That would be like if the Spurs played the Nets and they're like rivalry. And it's like we played them in 03 in the finals. Like, okay, I guess we hate them. Sure. Sure. So, in my opinion, I think our biggest rivals are Mavs, Rockets, Thunder, Lakers, and then kind of everyone else.
Everyone in the West, fuck them. We're
Yeah.
rivals at this point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, dude. All day. So anyway, dunk on rivalry because it's not at all.
Yeah,
It's not.
that's a good dunk. They
Thank you.
they need to call rival week something else.
It's like, oh my god, the Sixers versus the Blazers.
Stop. These rivalries are they're doing something to me, AJ. Hold on. Hold up. But
It's
but
like,
seriously,
oh, like,
it's just how
yeah,
is
this is marketing.
how is anyone getting fired up about that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's like in 3 years when like, oh, Indiana versus Miami in the second week of the college football season. It's like they played each other once and none of the people on the team anymore. Who cares?
Right. And
So
yeah, it'll die out and yeah, I think enough people are hating on Rivals Week to where yeah, they may change it to something else in the future. But that being said, everyone, if you're still in here and you just listen to those fabulous dunks, you listen to us break down the rough Spurs loss against the Houston Rockets, you listen to us yap about some really dope Houston rappers, if you're still here after listening to all that, we appreciate you. We not only love you, but we love you hard over here.
hard.
All of this is brought to you by Love You Hard TV and the great people over at the In the Building podcast. Shout out to Mike, Rudy, Jose, everyone over there. Great show. You should also be following them. But we love getting on here and talking Spurs basketball, even on a night where we lose to one of our rivals, the fucking Rockets. We still enjoy getting on here. We still love recapping the games and talking about the silver and black. And the fact that you're here with us, creating this wonderful community, just creating this space where we can talk about basketball, enjoy the Spurs. It just means the world to us. And the podcast would not be the same without you, whether you're watching it on the YouTube on the live, whether it's Apple Podcasts, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, wherever you're watching the clips, we really, really appreciate you. The community would not be the same without you. But that being said, I'm going to end this episode the same way we end all episodes, and that's with a go
Go Spurs.
Spurs,
Go.
go.
Bring back the silver